Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Welcome, sister.
Om Shanti.
Welcome to Healer Within.
Thank you so much.
In the last episode, we were speaking about God. Where is God? God is within. God is in everybody. Where is not God? Show me a place where God is not there.
Right.
And earlier we made him into a villain or a person who punishes. I'm a little confused now. If God is not within us, then where is he? Does he have a separate home somewhere?
Very true. Unless I know who is God, what is his form, what is his name, where does he live, what are his qualities, what is my relationship with him, and what is his role in my life. Very important is what is his role in my life also. Like we saw earlier, we thought he's the creator. We thought he's the writer of all our destinies. We thought he's the controller of everything that's happening. So the relationship was of fear, was of distance. I kept my distance from this entity and I believed I cannot have a relationship with him. Now, important is again to open our mind to the possibility of being able to have a very direct and personal relationship with him. If I can have a relationship with a soul and a soul, why can I not have a relationship with I, the soul, and the Supreme Soul? It should be like any other relationship. Can I have a relationship with the Supreme Soul just like I have a relationship with so many other souls? That I have to open myself up to the possibility and explore the possibility of it. That like any other relationship, direct, personal, communication, connection, exchange of energy, exchange of ideas, exchange of thoughts and feelings, is that possible between I, the soul, and the Supreme Soul? And when I understand that it's possible because it's going to be like any other relationship, I will then understand that what I can get out of this beautiful relationship.
This can be better.
Better than?
The other relationships, because he's accepting us in every way, you know.
Absolutely. It's going to be...
He can be our best friend, best parent, he can be our guru, he can be our teacher,
Absolutely.
He can be a motivator.
Everything.
So he can be the best in everything.
It's like having one being, one who's the source of powers, and so you have a very powerful being with you, and the one who accepts and loves unconditionally, the one who always will, touch you and guide you for your best.
And all these years, we have made him into a person who's...
very negative.
No, who has conditions.
Yeah.
If you do this, if you get up in the morning and pray to me, if you do not do this so many rounds, if you do not have a bath and then don't do this, if you don't... there's so much of conditions on one side, and you say on the other side that he loves you unconditionally.
No, it's not about who says. We have to think. If a being is an ocean of love, so then ocean of love means even when we meet a loveful being, a loveful soul, we feel so comfortable in their presence because they're not judgmental about us. Even if they know our mistakes, they know our faults, and yet their love doesn't get blocked or they don't become critical or judgmental about us. Even that is so comfortable. Even that is such a beautiful relationship. So how would it be with an ocean of love?
This unconditional acceptance by God is something wonderful, and it's just the opposite we learn.
Absolutely.
From childhood.
Completely.
He will love you
only if
you do this. He is angry with you because you didn't. So many conditions then.
And when there were so
many...
many...
How can you call him God then?
Yeah.
It's just like a small shop. There was a shopkeeper who used to say that I sell only perfumes and nothing else.
Sweet.
You do what you want. You come to my shop, you'll just smell the...
So beautiful.
Fragrance.
This is it. And
whatever you do, whatever type of person goes to his shop.
Absolutely.
He says, anybody who can come to my shop.
Right. Will only get beautiful fragrance. That's it. Ocean of love means whoever we are, whatever we are, we may have the worst sins committed. See, it's like, again, the sun. The sun doesn't change its light or power according to the person who goes and stands in front of him. The worst, I may have committed the worst sins and go and stand in front of the sun, or the best soul in the world goes and stands in front of the sun. Sun remains the same.
At the same time, the sun doesn't change its own personality ever.
Ever.
We are the people. I'm angry with an angry man.
Yes.
I'm very loving with a loving person.
True.
Respectful with a respectful person.
Bilkul.
Why did you do this? Because he's doing this.
Perfect. Perfect.
You behave like this, definitely I'll behave. You know, like that.
Now, instead of the sun, keep God there. Okay? Like the sun radiates light and power. Now just remove the sun and keep God there. God, who radiates love, peace, powers, purity, just radiates, irrespective of who is standing in front of him, and irrespective of how that soul is behaving with him, irrespective of what all mistakes and sins, irrespective if I go every time with my same mistakes and say, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, and then I go again after a few days and again with this. This cannot change. Why can it not change? It's the ocean. Look at this. Let's say this is an ocean. Now, all the dirt that can go, the ocean doesn't get. The ocean will just let the dirt flow there. It doesn't matter who goes and stands in the ocean, who wants to bathe in that ocean. The ocean remains the same. Now it just depends on who I, the soul, want to bathe in that ocean of love. In that ocean is not going to change according to who comes over there. And whoever takes a dip in that ocean will come out clean, beautiful. So never fear him. Never restrict yourself thinking that he will accept you only after certain conditions are fulfilled. He's a constant source. Now when I understand this, it becomes easier to accept and to explore the idea of how, like you said, Supreme Soul. Soul and Supreme Soul. What would be the difference? What would be the difference between I, the soul, and God? The only difference is that I, the soul, take a body, then leave this body, then take, and I go into the cycle of birth and death. Because I go into the cycle of birth and death, I'm creating and acquiring different sanskars, and I lose my original purity while on the journey. And God, that soul, who doesn't come under the cycle of birth and death, and because he doesn't come in this cycle of birth and death, his purity and love remains intact. So it's a constant source of power which doesn't get depleted over a period of time because of the journey and the cycle of birth and rebirth. So now it becomes easier because every religion, if we look at every religion which is currently there in the world, every religion has given us this knowledge about God. Every religion. If we take, let's say we are in India, so if we take Hindu, the earliest temples, the most ancient temples, the oldest temples that are there in India, the form of God, to remember God, is an oval shaped stone, and which is called Shiv Jyoti Linga. Now God in the shape of an oval shaped stone, and name Shiv. Jyoti means light and Ling means symbol. So here we are, we have created an oval shaped stone and we said this is a Jyoti Ling, which means this is a symbol of light. Very clear message was there that God is like this. Not an oval shaped stone. The oval shaped stone is the physical representation of that
light,
point of light. Then if we say Christianity, Moses saw light. Jesus Christ came and gave the message, God is light. God is truth. God is, finger was like this, God is above. I am the child of God. I am the messenger of God. Islam religion, they have no worship in the form of any idol or any human form. Abraham saw light. Every soul in the Islamic religion, when they go to Mecca, just before you enter the masjid, the mosque, there is an oval shaped stone which is called Kaaba ka Pathar. That's the only physical form they have, because otherwise there's no worship of any human or any physical form. And they say that this oval shaped stone was earlier white in color, and everyone while entering the mosque kisses the stone and then goes inside. And today the stone has become dark in color, and they say it's because it has absorbed all our sins and it's become black. Sikh religion, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, finger is up there pointing upwards and says Ek Onkar.
He said Nirakar.
Nirakar.
Without body.
Without body. Incorporeal, which means no corpse, no physical form. Finger pointing up there. Ek Onkar Nirakar. Satnam means the truth. That name is the truth. And Vaheguru means he is the highest, he is the Guru. None of them were saying we are reincarnations of God or we are God here on this planet. Everyone said, I am the messenger of God. I have come here to give the message of God. I have come here to give you the introduction of God. I am his child. And so is everybody else. So they were very clear in the message that they gave us, that we are children of God. God is one, finger pointing up. God is truth, God is love. Now, God is truth, God is love. Nahi. God's value is truth, God's value is love. But so what will be the form of God? If I am a soul, then how will the Supreme Soul be?
Light.
Light. I am a point of light, so how will the Supreme Soul be? Point of light. Now, sometimes we think if I am soul, then Supreme Soul will be, a big point of light. Because sometimes we hear in the scriptures, oh, he just couldn't see that light, it was so big. So when it's saying it is big, it's actually not saying big in size. It's just that the Supreme Soul is bright because of its qualities. The qualities, if I am a peaceful soul.
The radiance is.
Yes, the radiance is so powerful. It's like a 0-watt bulb and then a 100-watt bulb. Bulb size is not different. The wattage, the power is different. So soul and Supreme Soul. Now I need to understand that God is that point of light, just like me, but radiance and power is ocean. Ocean, absolutely. I was looking, because I thought I am a body, I was looking for God also in some
body,
physical form. In some physical form. Even though the oldest temples were of Shiv Jyotirling, then the temples which came after that were of the deities. Sri Lakshmi, Sri Narayan, Sri Ram, Sri Sita, Sri Radhe, Sri Krishna. These were of deities. In Hindi we say Devi Devta.
And they made Shiva into Shankar also.
Yes. Very true. Very, very true. With every Shiv Jyotirling, there is a deity which is Shankarji. And sometimes we confuse between the two. So now we need to understand all the deities. In the Hindu culture, it is said 33 crore deities were there. But how many gods? One. So then they'll say lords and gods. So there becomes too much of confusion with words. We need to see the word deity. Devi, Devta. Dev, Atma. Dev matlab dene wala. Deities are pure, perfect, complete souls. Very complete, like what we will say second to God. God is that supreme power, and then these were the souls which were complete, pure and perfect. What we can say is the battery was fully charged. When I, the soul, am a fully charged battery, how would I be? Completely peaceful, completely pure. And when I'm completely peaceful, completely pure, it's going to be like very similar to
the
God,
Father.
To God. So first we built temples of Shiv Jyotirling. Then we built temples of deities. Now, like we saw earlier, initially it was done with the right understanding. Initially, when the temples must have been built, it was done with the understanding that these are temples of deities, souls who were there on this planet, very pure and perfect. Today we don't have that purity in us, so we look up to them. like we would look up to our ancestors, our forefathers. Like today also, even today, we have temples of politicians, we have temples dedicated to film stars. It's a way of, when you idolize somebody, when there is that kind of adulation, you just put up their photograph or a statue or a monument, and then somewhere down the line people start coming there with a garland and flower and then an incense stick, and gradually it gets converted into a temple. But somewhere in the process we said, this is God, and we forgot who the supreme power was. Like today in Delhi, if you go to the Rajghat, there is the nice photograph of Mahatma Gandhi there, and everyone who enters, they bow down with all humility, light the incense stick, put the garland, fold their hands and bow down. If this had to continue for another 100 years, this is going to be like God, because He has done something which today I will not be able to do. So anybody who could heal, anybody who could do miracle, magic, and anybody who was extremely loving and compassionate, we started giving them the title of God. Like very recently, maybe 150 years, Sai Baba, in Shirdi, Sai Baba, we are aware that he was a human being, a human soul like all of us, but pure, and had the power to heal because of his purity. When he was here, he said, finger pointing up there, and he said, Sabka Malik Ek hai, which means the master is one, we are all his children. But today we
have many Maliks.
Yes. No, and we're worshipping him.
Oh.
We're worshipping.
You were worshipping
him. He was very clear with his message. He said, Sabka Malik Ek hai. He's one master. We are his children. We are worshipping him. Okay, even if we worship them, or we praise them, or we sing prayers to them, but we should at least be clear who they are.
But why don't we follow what he said?
Exactly.
If we really worship him,
true,
we should worship his
teachings. Absolutely. We have to take what they said with the right meaning. How can it's like you're saying something to me. It's like you say to me, God is here. Okay, you come here to give me a message, and you say God is one. There he stays up there. I have complete knowledge. He's light, he's pure. And then I start connecting to you, and very soon I say, you're God for me. But then I'm not even doing justice to saying that I have faith in you, because I have faith in you would mean that I have faith in what you are teaching me. We are not believing what they're teaching. So what we need to do is connect to everyone. You can have a relationship with deities. You can have a relationship with the pure souls who established our religions of Islam, of Christianity, Sikhism. You can have a relationship with saints, Mahatmas of today. But along with all those relationships, a relationship with him. Because we understand now that these are all souls. All souls. Like a battery. Someone more charged than me, someone lesser charged than me. But battery to battery, what will I get? So if I say I believe them, I have faith in them, so I have to have faith in their teachings. And they came to give us the message of God. So now I, the soul, have to be able to identify everybody in the truth. I have to understand these are souls, these are deity souls, these are pure souls, these are souls who are founders of religion, these are souls who are founders of sects or organizations today. He's the Supreme Soul.
All come under him.
All are his children. All are his children. All have his qualities. All are pure. Some have higher and some go a little low over a period of time and birth and death. But all are his children. And all of these came to give his message. When we see every religion, today we have all compartmentalized ourselves in the name of religion, but actually they were only souls who came at different points in history to give us the same message. None of them was saying anything different. None of them was saying anything different. The message of God was given same by all of them, and all that they were teaching us was the right way of living. The right way of living. Gautam Buddha came and gave us the eightfold path. Right way of living, right speaking, right action, truth. Jesus Christ came and said, God is love, God is truth. Love your enemy, love your friends. Love was the message for him. Everyone only came to teach us how to live and give us his message. Where were they different? None of them were different. Only thing that happened was each one gave a little different thing of what to eat, when to sleep, when to get up, what to do, what ritual to perform, what prayer to say. And over a period of years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years later, we've become as if we are completely different from each other. And now it's become as if we have our own gods, you know. We've actually become like that. Ownership on God. God is mine and it's different. I believe in this one. Who do you believe in? How can it be different for you and me? God is one. So the truth has got adulterated, diluted over a period of time. So connection is lost. Now, who will give us God's accurate message? All of them gave us God's message, but somewhere it got diluted and somewhere it was given to us differently. God's exact introduction and accurate message will be revealed to us only when it is revealed to us by Himself.
Correct.
Your right introduction can be given.
I'm Suresh Oberoi.
Absolutely. And not only your name, who you are. You know, as a person, who would know you best? If your wife had to talk about you, she'll share a little part, you know, something about you, what she understands depending on her relationship with you. If your children talk about you, they'll have something similar to what she says and a few things which will be little different. If your staff talks about you, they'll be a little different. If your people whom you work with, if they talk about you, they'll be a little different. So then when we say, okay, one person, this one saying little different, this one saying little different, this one is a little different, who exactly is that person then?
Let's ask him.
Let's ask him. So when that person himself will give his introduction, that introduction will be accurate. Every religion giving us the knowledge of God has also given us one very important message. And that message was, there will be a time in the coming future when God Himself will reveal Himself on this earth. Every scripture, every religion said, there will come a time when God Himself will come for His children. And what will that time be? That time will be when unrighteousness and negativity will be at its
Peak.
When the whole system will be going towards a collapse, chaos, and that time that supreme source will be needed to intervene and take that system from chaos back to stability, which we call the law of entropy. It was stable, the system from stability went to chaos, and from chaos back to stability, the supreme soul has to intervene into our cycle. So this is that time, which we will see more in detail why this time. But this is that time when we souls are reaching our peak of negativity, which means the battery is
Lower and lower.
almost reaching complete discharge. So at this time, the Supreme Soul reveals Himself and comes down to give us knowledge, love, and support, which we take and then we use it to heal ourselves, charge the battery, and take the system back from chaos to stability. So when God Himself comes into our world and gives us His knowledge, He tells us, first He tells us about ourselves, I the soul, who am I? And then when He tells us about Himself, He says, like us, he is also just a point of light, a soul, but with these ocean of qualities, and stays in the soul world, beyond this earth, beyond the universe, in the soul world, which we've all remembered as different words as Mukti Dham, Param Dham, that abode above. We always looked above, not having complete knowledge what that abode is. So he comes and gives us that complete knowledge at this time in history.
Param Pita Paramatma.
Absolutely.
Param Dham.
Param Dham. Param Pita.
Paramatma.
Param Pita,
Supreme
highest Father, Supreme Father. Paramatma, Supreme Soul. And Param Dham, the Supreme Abode, the highest abode. He comes from there.
Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Like either soul have a relationship with other souls, similarly, either soul can have a relationship with the Supreme Soul. Relationship means an exchange of energy. God is the ocean of love, and therefore, He has unconditional love and acceptance for us. He can never be judgmental or critical. We souls come in the cycle of birth and death, and our powers deplete on the journey. God does not come in this cycle, and hence His powers are always constant. Every religion teaches us that God is one, up, above, point of light, love, and truth. Deities and prophets are divine souls, perfect souls, like a battery which is full charged. God is the powerhouse.